Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Friday night show. Nice to see a few of you in. George has been keeping an eye on things for me. Gonna get a little bit of music playing in the background for myself, and say hello. Say hello to a few folk who are in. Let me see. Electric Sheep Minion. He's never out. Minion Jessie has obviously showed alliances against her indoors. She's been doing a couple of practice devices, should I say, so it hasn't quite worked out well, so she's still working on it, but it should be a package that you won't forget in a hurry. Demar 1980, fantastic. We waited 3 weeks. What a beautiful, absolutely spectacular photograph that you sent to me. Well, we'll let the room be the judge of that. Who else is in that I haven't seen? I've just sat down in front of the screen. Who else is in? Let me see. Liz the Legend's in because she's just tagged me and mentioned me on Instagram. Isn't she wonderful? And she's already opened the virtual tip jar. She's an absolute legend. She is. And I'll just add her little post to my story on Instagram because her indoors showed me how to do that. The last time I mentioned on Instagram to her indoors, she was expecting a pigeon. Okie dokie. Right, let me just set up a few wee things here. We're not far away from starting tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Also got a couple of silhouettes sent to me, folks. Some of you actually listen to me. I mean, here's hoping one day it happens with her indoors, that she eventually actually listens to me once in a while. Yeah, we got a couple of silhouettes in. I don't know whether you remember or not, but what I was going to do was, if I got 10 silhouettes, I was going to put them in a picture round and give you a selection of, say, 15 names for you to connect the silhouette to the answer, basically. Might need a little bit of detective work during the show for you to see who actually is who, but I mean, that's what it's all about. Okie dokie, let me have a little look now and see who is in the room that I haven't said hello to. I'm not talking about her indoors. The Brer family are here as well. Fantastic. Look, there you go. Evening all. Who else is in? Pat the Beard. Evening, Pat. Evening, Pat. I've checked the mail. Checked the mails. The mail's been checked rather quickly. And good evening, Captain Beer. How are you, my friend? Nice for you to join us tonight on board. Fantastic. Okay, folks. SRB 1055. Coming across from across the pond, man. San Fran, across the pond. Dizzy, you're so dizzy. You want to join me in a wee song there? Do you remember that one? Her indoors. You were gracing the dance floors when that one was out, weren't you? No. Good evening from sunny Aberdeen, ladies and gentlemen. My God of Almighty. I don't believe him. Take a photograph and send it to me. Email it to me, Gordy. I don't believe it that it's sunny in Aberdeen. Evening to Dizzy Judith and her gang. Thanks very much for the mail. Send me a couple of pictures there. We'll try and get them in next week's show. Okay. Who else is in that I haven't said hello to? Let me have a little scan and a little look back. Elected Sheep Minion, straight away, controversially into Scottish politics. I mean, we try and keep politics, religion, faith, belief out of the quizzes, and just like have a little bit of a switch off downtime. And Elected Sheep Minion straight in for the jugular, wanting to know, did the sturgeon catch the salmon up in Scotland? Unbelievable, man. Dress him up and take him nowhere. Yes, folks, by the way, can you please share the live Facebook page in any group that you're in, or get online and messenger some of your friends, some of your family, get them involved. The more and the merrier. What is her indoors saying? Finished by Christmas. Finished by Christmas. What's going to be finished by Christmas?
The trenches is again.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hall I'm painting. Okay, anyway. I hope all is okay in Gordy's world. Big news, folks, on the interweb. I was reading about it. Gordy got hacked on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. He had to send out sort of distress signals to on his proper page to say that the smut and filth that was being sent from him was a bit worse than the normal smut and filth that he shares with his friends. But I think it all turned out well, and he got a little bit of advice from a couple of guys down in Ireland. It's all worked out well for him. Radiant Raluca has just arrived. Top of the evening to you, Raluca. Nice of you to join us tonight. I hope all is well in your world. Dizzy Jude, Hannah and Ronnie are joining me tonight. We're going to be called Sister Act. Holy Moses, let's hope there's not a sequel. Gordy's saying somebody wants to be me. My God, they're desperate, I can tell you. Everybody wants to be Gordy. Well, I've met Gordy. I mean, personally, to be honest with you, his missus is going straight to heaven. Honestly, I'm telling you, she'll meet her indoors at the gates. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of music in the background for me. Silence is killing me. Her indoors hasn't warmed up yet. She was out in the garden warming up her vocal cords tonight, folks. What can I tell you? We're hoping that she's going to grace us with a little song or two tonight. What do you think, her indoors? I'm going to put... Listen, I think the suggestion you have is fantastic. My only concern is it's going to upset a lot of people. Her indoors, folks, has come up with a new idea for a round. Now, how can I explain this? I can explain it as she done a test run during the week there with myself and Junior. Now, Junior, for those that aren't aware, he has a very, very strong musical knowledge. He plays a couple of instruments. He every different style and songs of music. So we sat down. Thank you very much, the Breer family, for reminding me that I hadn't started the raffle yet. So I sat down, and her indoors came in and she said, "I've got a fantastic idea for a round." I was like, "Oh, okay. What is it?" Now, folks, I've been doing this quite a while, so I obviously just thought it was like, yeah, okay, nothing special. But man, did she or did she not pull a stormer out of the bag? Here's what she done. She says, you know the way you've got the issues with copyright music? And I was like, yeah, of course, yeah, it's an ongoing issue when I'm trying to do the show, you know. She's like, well, my idea is I'll look up some lyrics of very popular songs and I'll sing them so they sound nothing like the real song, and then everyone's got to guess what the songs are. Well, folks, now that sounds absolutely amazing, and you think, what? She's going to do a whole round of songs. Yeah! Well, to be very honest with you, she done about 5 of my favourite songs, which I got 0 out of 5. So we are working a little bit on it, and hopefully we'll get it sorted. But I mean, God loves a trier. I mean, honestly, fantastic idea. But we need a little bit of work on it. I think we'll need to do a tiny little bit of work on it. Alrighty. Double 2020 has now entered tonight's draw. Very, very welcome. Yes, folks, all you've got to do is type George into the chat, just like Naughty Norma's just done, or even Gordy and Sue's up in Aberdeen. Sunny Aberdeen, apparently. Pete 5678, he's already in. There we go. Pete over in Dublin. Great for you to join us tonight. Electric Sheep Minion says he loves the idea already. It sounds like an epic train wreck waiting to happen. Well, there was another issue, folks, because I said to her, look, you can't just do this once. So you've got to, like, sing it a second time. A look of horror come over her face because, folks, it was that... Now, out of tune wouldn't be the right terminology because it might hurt her feelings. It was that creative that she couldn't remember how it sounded the first time. So I said, well, what we'll do is we'll try a couple on the quizzers and see how they like it. So on our next quiz, I'm going to record her doing one so that I can let you hear it maybe 3, 5, 10, 15 times throughout the show, and then you can see whether you get the gist of it or whether you like the idea. I mean, totally, it's up to you. Happy Friday to Jody, Wasp35. Great for you to join us. How is everything in your world? Is Bob coming on tonight and your secret agent dad, the man that we should not talk about? Any news from him? Minion Jesse saying 30 seconds per song at least. Trust me, you're not going to... If she'd done the whole song, included the chorus, you still wouldn't get it. There we go. Minion Jesse, for maximum effect, is going to sing along also. Yeah. I'm sure that'll create a beautiful thing. If you're going to show her indoors doing one, you can stop worrying about copyrighted music. Yes, Rob, I absolutely 100% agree with you. We shall not be slightly concerned about copyrights because no one will claim the creation that her indoors.
But that's the whole idea.
I know, I got that. But the whole idea also is that we there should be like a 1% chance of being able to guess either the artist or the title of the track. You know, like to give you an example, Happy Birthday, you know, it goes, Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you. It doesn't go, Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you. Yes, Happy Birthday to you is a little bit obvious. I'm not too sure about the rest. Anyway, we'll let that go. Yes, the Streamlabs is reminding me that the most sought after item on the interweb raffle is now on and active. Please type George into the chat to get yourself on board, folks. Electric Sheep Minion Jesse's sense of rhythm combined with her indoors sense of tune would probably create a whole new genre of music. Yes, I mean, it could be, you know, every creative soul has a market. Oh, Electric Sheep Minion. He must have got a little bit of abuse from Minion Jesse on the WhatsApp group. He's took it back. He's panicking. Yeah, he doesn't often give a compliment this early, does he? Yeah? No. Alrighty, folks. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick call to share the Facebook feed one more time. If you can do that for me, that would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much to the people that have sent in some donations to the virtual tip jar. Her indoors, give us a mug there, please. She's on fire tonight, her indoors. Except I think she just broke the spoon. Oh, for God's sake. The only job you had to do was take it out of a box. And it's wrapped in... Don't start bending it. Just give it to me. Come back, Junior. All is forgiven. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our last couple of Irish question mark mugs. We've got a couple on reserve that for people that when they come to visit, you know who you are. What's that? You could have a man. I'll ignore that, Gordy. Thanks for that. Hurrah. Yes, this is what we're playing for tonight. We're playing for the most sought after item on the interweb, the Irish question mark coffee mugs. It also doubles up as a wine goblet. Also, whiskey apparently tastes great out of it as long as you don't water it down. Gordy says you could have a round where you pronounce capital cities and we try and guess what you're saying. I swear to God, when I get my hands on frickin' Gordy, I'm going to choke him by, honestly. Why don't we have the viewers send in some recordings as well? Optionally, ask for any song done in the style of Bohemian Rhapsody, for example. Well, why don't you, Robert, send me in an example via WhatsApp or via email, and then I'll try and guess what tune it is, and we'll take it from there. Her indoors just hasn't quite grasped the concept. She says, but every answer will be Bohemian Rhapsody. Thank you very much, Naughty Norma, for your very kind donation. It is greatly appreciated. Robert's saying he's going to start rehearsing it. Oh my God! Yeah. Any rooms in your house soundproofed? Susan and I need to join in separately. She gives you half the stick you get. I don't believe it. Your Susan is, honestly, she's like her indoors. Really and truthfully. She's doing her purgatory here on earth. She's going straight through the pearly gates. Okay, folks, so I think we should start tonight's show. What do you think, her indoors?
Yeah.
Alrighty, got the royal permission. Can I have the phone actually? Because I forgot to play some music. And just before you get all technical phobed on me, I'll get a bit of music playing here for me in the background. And I think I'll go.
Mamma mia, let me go. Mamma mia, let me go.
Was that your attempt there, Aaron Doors? There we go. Lovely. Okay, folks, so let's get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, quiz time. Yes, indeed. It is quiz time. Thank you very much, Sophie and Senna, my little angels. Let's get started, folks. Welcome to the Irish Question Mark Show and her indoors, of course, obviously the head of technical advice and psychotic area singing department. We welcome you to our home on a Friday night for the... Which week is it this week, her indoors?
48.
What?
48.
What? Say it a bit louder so everyone hears it. Go on.
48.
48! Well done, her indoors. Folks, what can I tell you? She's not as senile as she acts. She added one to last week. Well done. Show number 48, indeed. Let's get started with our first question tonight. Nice and easy. What color is the letter L on Google's logo? So I was feeling generous and I put a couple of the questions tonight with guesses, multiple guesses for you to choose from. Blue, red, yellow or green. That is your choices. Thank you very much to Liz the Legend for a kind donation earlier on. Thank you very much indeed. So question number 1 in tonight's show. What color is the letter L on the Google's logo? Question number 2. Alrighty. To date, how many English-born actors have played James Bond in the Eon Productions movie series? So the main James Bond series. To date, how many English-born actors have played James Bond in the Eon Production movie series? If you're watching this over on Facebook, why don't you come and join us on www.twitch.tv, twitch.tv/Irish question mark. Then you can join into our chat line, and you can also get free entry into our draw. Question number 3. Holy Moses, it's a dingbat! Yes, indeed, dingbat time. 5 points up for grabs tonight's dingbats, tonight's anagrams, and tonight's brain teasers. Let's have a little look at this one, folks. 5 points up for grabs. Thank you very much, Jay Van Hastricht, for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar. Cheers. Jay Van Hastricht, thank you for your kind donation. Right, folks, dingbat time. This one, I've took a step back, and I'm trying to make the dingbats a little more bearable. Good evening, Jan the Man. Great for you to be with us here tonight. Thank you very much indeed. And great for you to pop over and see me the other day as well. It was an absolute pleasure. Here is our first dingbat of the evening. 3-word term or phrase. Moving on to question number 4. If 2's company, 3's a crowd, what do 4 and 5 make? If 2's company, 3's a crowd, in the saying, what does 4 and 5 make? Listening to a little bit of Aslan behind Crazy World. Brilliant song. Gordy and Suze, thank you very much for your kind donation. Number 5 is Jan the Man. Good evening, everybody. Jan the Man is asking a question tonight about logos. Which sportswear company has this as its logo? What sportswear company has this as its logo? Let the sheep minion throwing out, help, help, I don't understand the question. Minion me, is Irish question mark a sportswear? No, but I need to get back into sports. Question number 6 in our first round tonight. 2 points up for grabs because there's 2 answers required. What are the only 2 cities that have hosted the Summer Olympic Games 3 times? Had to put the summer in there just before Liz the Legend would send me a message saying, do you mean the summer or do you mean the winter? Lukey Lewis 99. Good evening, Luke. How are you, my friend? Fantastic for you to join us tonight. Get a pen and paper.
No need.
There you go. Herondor says, no need for a pen and paper. He's a modern day student. He won't know too much. And I definitely do need to go back into sports. Keep your finger on that button and get ready to just send that young fella out if he gets a little bit lippy. Moving swiftly on to question number 7. This is something maybe Lukey Lewis might know. In what city did the Wizard of Oz live? Now, before some of you think it's a trick question and he lived in Oz, that's not the answer I was looking for. In what city did the Wizard of Oz live? Sometime this evening, a cup of coffee would be great, Heron Doors. Thank you very much for thinking about me. Minion Me, thank you very much for that little clue. It is not in Kansas. Okay, question number 8. Replace these initials with words. POTB. A POTB is one way to congratulate someone. Question number 9. Question number 9. What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast? This is a brain teaser worth 5 points, so have a little think about this. You need to have a good think. What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast? Well, I like the sheep minion. What can I tell you? Lukey is my nephew over in England, and he needs more than a freaking COVID job to get him right, I can tell you. Okay, folks, so number 9, brain teaser. What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast? Number 10, holy smoke, look who it is. Liz, the living legend. It's anagram time, ladies and gentlemen. This is also worth 5 points. In Bender's arse. Yes, indeed, you heard me right. It is an anagram, not a statement. In Bender's arse is an anagram of what former Democratic presidential candidate? In Bender's arse is an anagram of what former Democratic presidential candidate? Now, folks, if you'd like to, I would suggest that you should take a photograph of this or write the letters down so you can mix them up to get the answer. You can also just take a photograph of on your phone, then anytime you're feeling lonely, just have a little look at Liz the Legend. Lukey Lewis, do we get a recap? I joined late. Must have been the little COVID jab. I'm sorry, we don't. I'm not going to go back. How late? What number did you come in on? And maybe some of the people in the chat room can help you. I have the questions here. Do we get a recount? Alrighty. You know what to do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Liz has just put in question number 2. Question number 1 was, what is the color is the L on Google's logo? Number 3 is a dingbat. There's no point mentioning that. Number 4, if 2's a company and 3's a crowd, what do 4 and 5 make? Number 5 was a logo that Jan the Man asked. Sportswear company. Number 6, what are the only 2 cities to have hosted the Summer Olympic Games 3 times? Alrighty, folks, the virtual tip jar is open. Thank you very much indeed for anybody that has sent a donation so far. Thank you very much indeed. Round 2 tonight, as is tradition, is a double point round. And I think I might have just went too easy on you this week, folks. But let's have a little look. Number 1, identify where the city is on the map. Where is Rome, ladies and gentlemen? Where is Rome? Remember, double points if you guess the correct answer. Minus 2 points if you write down C, because that's in Spain. Question number 2. Who was responsible for this painting? Who painted The Persistence of Memory? Who painted The Persistence of Memory? Question number 3. What does the full acronym of NASA stand for? What does the acronym NASA stand for? Number 4. Identify where the city is on the map. Where is Lisbon? Where is Lisbon? Home of the Lions, Gordy. Home of the Lions. I couldn't resist it, man. Oh. So, number 4. Where is Lisbon? Number 5. Who is this? Sort of like a very poorly shrink-wrapped picture of a certain person. Who is this? Remember, it's 2 points up for grabs, folks, for every correct answer in this round, round 2. Well, obviously, if Gordy and Suze are spitting feathers again, I know who's got the keyboards, and it ain't Susie, because she's too polite to do that. Good advice there, Minion Jess. Always cook your chickens. Thank you very much, sir. Junior has just arrived in, ladies and gentlemen, with a wee cup of coffee. Thanks for thinking about me, Junior.
You know it, Papa.
I tell you, you are the boy. Nobody's been asking about you this week, Junior. Lucky Luke's on.
Lukey boy.
He's halfway there. He's been COVID jabbed. I think he got a cheap one, you know. Yeah, that student discount. Yeah, I'm not sure actually whether he actually got a job or whether it was like, because he said it reminded him when he was a baby and he got his temperature taken. Is that normal? Gordy's bring back Junior. Question number 6, folks. Which of these 3 celebrities is the oldest? Junior is doing great, Lukey. Thank you very much for asking. Number 7. Sophia. Where is Sophia on this map? Which letter? The Brer family, bring back Junior. BBJ. 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 And number 8. What does ASOS stand for? Online fashion store. They bought a couple of the big brands that were apparently bankrupt and going out of business lately in the news. But what does it stand for? ASOS. Is it a splash of style, as seen on site, or as seen on screen? What does ASOS stand for, the online fashion store? Is it a splash of style, as seen on site? Got to be very clear saying that. Or as seen on screen? Number 9. Identify on the map. Where is Berlin? Where is Berlin? C, A, or B? Gordy has no idea. You'd know why if you'd seen his outfits. Well, I've seen him in a kilt. Well, he called it a kilt. It looked more like a tartan skirt to me. All sizes other than... Who has got the keyboard up in Aberdeen tonight? That's the question. Alrighty, number 10. Which of these legends is the oldest? Sir Alex Ferguson, Robert De Niro, or Arsene Wenger? Which is the oldest gentleman? Sir Alex Ferguson, Robert De Niro, or Arsene Wenger? Is her indoors retired or where's she gone?
I don't know where she is.
Okay, folks, so let's have a little look. I need both. I'm going to write it in the sky. So, number 1, where is Rome? The Brer family are panicking now. I think we might have joked about bringing back Junior too much. Number 2 in the double points round. Who painted the Persistence of Memory? Junior's just been ejected, thrown out of the room, ladies and gentlemen. Our true professional has joined us again. Her indoors, welcome back. There we go. God loves the sound effect. Number 3, what is the complete acronym NASA? What does it stand for? And number 4, where is Lisbon? Home of the mighty Lisbon Lions. Celtic's finest hour. I just had to mention that again for Gordy. Ladies and gentlemen, fear not, all is well. Our resident secret agent has arrived back. Apologies for being late. He was on a mission in Swindon all day. Folks, you're probably going to see it on the news tonight or tomorrow. Number 5, who is this? The Brer family saying, her indoors. Don't like the young ones taking our jobs. It's a reality nowadays. Never do a decent job. Little bit of ancient banter going on there, folks. What can I tell you? Thank you very much to the Brer family for your kind donation. Thank you very much indeed. Number 5, who is this? Good evening, Baroness of Burnham. A very late chip shop stop. That was easy for her to say. Number 6, repeating round 2. Number 6, which of these 3 celebrities is the oldest? Will Smith, Jay-Z, or Eminem? Great to have royalty back with us, apart from yourself, her indoors, obviously. Baroness of Burnham. Quite a short pier, apparently, down in Burnham-on-Sea. Have you heard that?
Very short.
I'm only 22, but feeling 52. Well, are you the daughter or the mum? That's the question. Number 7. Where is Sophia on this map? Peter and Rachel, thank you very much for your kind donation. The one typing is the child. Yeah. The youngster's doing all the jobs again. What can I tell you? Mother Brer doesn't do technology. Number 8, what does ASOS, the online fashion store, apparently Gordy orders all his stuff on this place. Yeah. Does it stand for a splash of style as seen on sight, as seen on screen? Your choice. Number 9. Sending out an SOS. Number 9, identify which city on the map. Where is Berlin, folks? Where is Berlin? And if you write down B, you're definitely wrong. All right, where is Berlin? And your last one in our double points round. Which of these legends is the oldest? Is it Sir Alex Ferguson, Robert De Niro, or Arsene Wenger? That is the question. Which of them three is the oldest? Her indoors reaching for your phone. Are you going to Google this, or are you just going to discuss it with me? Actually, don't say a word, because you'll probably give the answer. I think you went to school with one of them. What's that? What's that? All right, moving swiftly along, folks. Here are our living legends, the Mugs Gallery. Who is going to be tonight's winner to join our Mugs Gallery? Also, let's have a little look at the limited edition mask winners. Great for you to join us tonight. Great movie, that, Rebri. Oh no, George is, Lukey Lewis has just typed George into the draw. See, family can't win, Lukey. Sorry, ask her indoors. I'm not going to go there, because I know what I've said. Holy smoke, look folks, we were, was it 3 weeks? Was it a month? I'm not sure. Waiting on this fantastic photograph. Pete and Rachel's photo have arrived. They could have at least smiled behind the mask. Anyway, it's great to put a picture on the two of them. They won separately the Irish question mark masks. Wear it with pride. Tomorrow, 1980, beauty takes time. Yes, so does fixing your hair, Peter. I have the same issue myself, my friend. Okie dokie, folks, you know what you need to do to enter tonight's draw, or if you want to come in and have a little bit of banter live with myself in the room tonight, you just got to come on to twitch.tv/Irish question mark, and it's simple. Just come into the chat room, type George, and you're automatically entered into tonight's draw. Haven't had a haircut in a year, to be honest. It's grown on me. Oh, yeah. I let her indoors loose with the clippers a while ago, and nothing's grown back since, to be totally honest with you. Okay, folks, so let's move on to round 3. Are you ready for round 3 tonight, her indoors? Yes. Are you going to attempt to answer any of the questions tonight in round 3? Because I know you haven't seen the questions there, because I printed them off a couple of days ago and hid them so that you couldn't claim to have all this knowledge. I've got a feeling you're not going to know the first one. It's a Star Trek question. Question number 1. I've got a feeling Pete might know this. No, it's not Dr. Spock. What is the registration number of Star Trek's USS Enterprise?
Who cares? Who would know that?
Clever people.
Clever people.
I reckon Pete and Rachel know that. What is the registration number of Star Trek's USS Enterprise? I bet you Minion Jesse knows that. I bet you Electric Sheep Minion wishes he knew it. Question number 1. Question number 2. Name 2 countries in the world beginning with S that have a sword or saber on their national flag.
Mini-me knows it. Mini-me knows it.
Mini-me. Oh, Mini-me knows it. Yeah, Mini-Jesse doesn't know it. Yeah. He's only here to make up numbers, really, if the truth be known. Yeah. Number 3. Now, folks, I have 3 answers for this that I'm willing to give you points for. Anything else that you crazy gang come up with as a justifiable answer, you ain't getting the points, or I'm going to tell you not to give yourself the points, which is really going to take no effect. But what can you make that no one, not even you, can see? Her indoors, pretty good at a few of these. That's all I got to say. But not all 3. I have 3 answers, folks, and I am willing to give you some points if you get 1, 2, or 3 of the answers that I have. Jodie's dad, talking about her, I was told I looked like Father Kelly and Father Ted. Is that only when you're sitting in the chair? Drink, fat women. Oh no, that's the wrong father. So, number 3, question 3, I have 3 possible answers that you can get points on. Anything else outside of my 3 answers, really, you're not getting any points for. This is, of course, a brain teaser, so there are possible. Drum roll, Heron Doors. Drum roll. Five points by 3, a possible 15 points up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen, for this brain teaser. What can you make that no one, not even you, can see? Good evening and happy birthday, Frank. My God, he's choking them children later and later every week. Or, her indoors, has the naked netball started again? I'll have to speak to Strucho and ask him. He's well into his sports. Moving swiftly along, question number 4, round number 3. What Y comes from the Hindu word meaning union? What Y comes from the Hindu word meaning union? Dizzy Judith, does Frank have a birthday every week? She's really fucking sharp, that Judith one, isn't she? Holy smoke, give me that, give me that. Ladies and gentlemen, our secret agent wasn't wrong, I can tell you. Look at this. Is it going to work? Look, Father Ted! Jodie's dad needs a haircut.
That's him in disguise.
That's it. Obviously, that's him in disguise, because if I showed his identity, he'd come over and take me out. Question number 5 is a Jan the Man question, ladies and gentlemen. Jan the Man question, ladies and gentlemen.
Twice.
Only twice, her indoors. Progress, not perfection. Who is the current manager of FC Barcelona? Who is the current manager of FC Barcelona? It's an absolute pleasure to share a birthday with Frank. What can I tell you? Happy birthday, Frank. It is great for you to join us tonight, my friend. Question number 6. On what group of islands was Captain James Cook killed in 1779? Would you like a clue, ladies and gentlemen? On what group of islands was Captain James Cook killed in 1779? Rebreeze are asking for a clue. It's not Ireland. The water's too clear. Question number 7. In the news, what was the name of the rover that landed on Mars on the 18th of February 2021? What was the name of the rover? Rover, rover, turn me over! That landed on Mars on the 18th of February 2021. The Wild Rover, no. Number 8. What kind of recreational activity is doggy paddling? What kind of recreational activity is doggy paddling? The Irish Rover. Turn me over, the Irish Rover! Number 9. 2 points up for grabs. Name these Disney cartoon characters. Well, it's funny you say that, Pete. 5, 6, 7, 8, because I done a search to try and get a little video about Doggie and doggy paddling. Some rather strange, very short, non-family videos came up, but I did take notes. Number 10. You got it, folks. It's dingbat time. Dingbat time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 5 points up for grabs. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known 2-word term or phrase. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known 2-word term or phrase. Dizzy Jude is rather easily shocked. What does she think happens in several car parks in Dublin? What has her so shocked? That's what my question is. And why is she currently blushing? Probably because she's waiting on Clever Liam to arrive. Lukey Lewis, I don't think the dingbats were a thing the last time I did the quiz. Please explain. No. What? He's your brother's son. You're telling me not to be mean?
Yeah.
It's quite easy. You're such a clever student type, but maybe that dodgy COVID test. Did you tell your auntie about that COVID test where the guy sort of stuck something and took a temperature? No, I'll tell her later. Basically, the answer, you say what you see, and the answer's there. Jude said, don't worry, it happens in pool car parks too. Ooh, can't wait to visit you. What is it famous about Pool? Got a rather big harbour, haven't they? Okay, folks, so the first 3 rounds are done. I'm going to have a quick drink of coffee before I give you the answers. I'm just thinking now, who could describe dingbats in the chat to Lukey Lewis so that he understands the dingbat situation for the second half? So anybody, feel free to explain to our young student from the Midlands what a dingbat actually is. Rebree, it's a catchphrase, but not televised. That's a pretty good description, yeah. Uh-oh. Liz has said hello. Liz the legend. Hello, Lewis. You're from the Midlands. My condolences. from a place called it's just outside Birmingham, isn't it? Between Birmingham and Coventry, where it doesn't smell so much of curry. Now, moving swiftly along, make sure you type George into the chat. It's no wonder Liz doesn't get that many of them right, really. Basically, you just have to look at the letters or words that are arranged in a different way, so then you say aloud what you mean, reveal a phrase or name or whatnot.
Imagine you see a zebra and a crossing.
There you go. Her indoors is let's talk to him like a student. Imagine you had a picture, Lukey Lewis, of a zebra. And then you had a picture of a pedestrian crossing. The dingbat answer for 5 points would be, her indoors,
a zebra crossing.
A zebra crossing. That's about the best way we can explain it. Don't know what her indoors is giggling at. Sonny Nunny, born and bred. Woo! She wouldn't let me say where it was. But I mean, everyone knows that there's only one good thing ever come out of Nuneaton. Well, two, obviously. Her indoors and the train. Okay, folks, thank you very much for any donation that has been sent so far. I've just put a few links into the chat. If you'd like to send a little donation, thank you very much indeed. Sonny Nunny. Rebree saying Sonny Nunny. If you don't know what Sonny Nunny is, then what can I tell you? I nearly was going to talk about the NFC. Moving swiftly along, you know where you can find me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and of course here on Twitch. Jodie's dad. Lukey Lewis, do not let Jodie's dad know where you are, because if he really wanted to find you, he could. Because he is our resident secret agent. I don't think he was. Where did he say he was? In Swindon? I think he was across in Ireland when he had that like priest look about him. He went undercover down the south. Better watch out, Pete. Okay, folks, here are our answers to the first 3 rounds. Sorry you missed the start of the show, Frank. But you have a little look at the questions, and I know you're basically going to get every one of them right that you didn't see. But it is his birthday. Number 1, what colour is the letter L on Google's logo? Blue, red, yellow, or green? The answer is green. Give yourself a point for that one. Number 2, to date, how many English-born actors have played James Bond in the Eon Productions movie series? Thank you very much, Pete, for your kind donation, my friend. The answer is 2, Roger Moore and Daniel Craig.
Hold on, just a technical thing. You weren't in the middle of the screen, I've just noticed.
So we're given the answers to the first 3 rounds, and you've just moved the computer because I wasn't in the middle of the screen. Yeah. And now I've got to type like diagonal. Alrighty, moving swiftly along to number 3. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, question number 2. Roger Moore and Daniel Craig were the only English actors. Timothy Dalton was actually from Wales. I didn't know that. Did you know that, her indoors?
You're in the middle. You're in the middle now.
I'm in the middle now.
Yeah, but I'm delayed.
You've been delayed for years. Number 3, dingbat time. Now, have a little look at this one. 3-word term. Kiss and make up. Now, Lukey Lewis, you should know all about mascara. You've been wearing it since you were 12 years old. You got an X there for a kiss, a little space, and mascara. Kiss and makeup. 5 points if you got that one. Makeup is not 4 words. But thank you very much. The best one was the Scott. Number 4. If 2's company and 3's a crowd, in the rhyme, what do 4 and 5 make? Well, obviously I said in the rhyme, just to throw you, because the answer I was looking for is 9. 4 and 5 make 9. If you had 9, folks, then give yourself a point for that one. Number 5, Jan the Man. What sportswear company has this as its logo? Which one is it, Jan? It is Admiral. Jay Harmsel, thank you very much for your kind donation. Minion me, what are you saying? If you had 9 folks, you'd be breaking the law. Number 6, 2 points up for grabs. The only 2 cities to have hosted the Summer Olympic Games 3 times. Athens and London. Athens was 1896, 1906 and 2004. And London, England, 1908, 1948 and 2012. Give yourself 2 points if you guessed both of them correct. Number 7, in what city do the Wizard of Oz live, or did the Wizard of Oz live? It was Emerald City. We're off to see the wizard. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Replace these initials with words. POTB. A POTB is one way to congratulate someone. A pat on the back. No pun intended, Pat the Beard, but I'm hoping you got that one right. A pat on the back. 1 point if you guessed that one correct. And number 9, brain teaser. What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast? What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast? It is a brain teaser, so you've got 5 points up for grabs. 2 answers required, 10 possible points. Lunch and dinner. Lunch and dinner is the answers I was looking for. 5 points for lunch, 5 points for dinner. And number 10. In Bender's Arse is an anagram of what former Democratic presidential candidate? Yes, indeed, Liz, this is just for you. Bernie Sanders. Rebreeze asking, was question 8 1 point or 5? Question 8 was 1 point for replace the initials. Alrighty. Thanks, Frank. Happy birthday. Moving on to number 1. What is Dizzy Jude saying? Can we have tea and coffee as you can't eat them? No. Moving swiftly along, question number 1. It is 2 points up for grabs. Liz the Legend's typing fast. No, don't give him a point for God's sake. Identify where Rome is. The answer is A. That is down at the foot of Italy. Give yourself 2 points if you guess this one right. This is a double point round. Time to shine, Jude. Dizzy Jude, time to shine. Number 2. Who painted The Persistence of Memory? The correct answer is Salvador Dali. Number 3. What does the acronym NASA stand for? National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Number 4. Double points, folks. Where is Lisbon? Lisbon is answer number C. Jody, oh, there's a conspiracy. Jody, Pete, Rome is in the middle. Well, if you think Rome's in the middle and I got the letters in the wrong position, don't shoot the messenger. Her and Doris put this round together. I mean, only thing she had to do was do a couple of these map things, and what can I tell you? But I won't let her do that again. I'm going to let her concentrate on the things she's good at. Singing. Number 5, who is this? Thank you very much. Pat the Beard is on my side. He said there are more roads to Rome than that one. Yes, you're right, buddy. 2 points. It is Angela Merkel, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Number 6. Which of these 3 celebrities is the oldest? For 2 points, the correct answer is Will Smith. Your next question, question number 7. I'm petrifying giving this answer out. Where is Sophia on this map? It is answer A. And if you think that's wrong, then I won't let her and Doris do this again, folks. Honestly, her and Doris, I mean, come on. It was only like 5 questions out of 50 or out of 60. Where does ASOS stand for? What does it stand for? The correct answer is as seen on screen. As seen on screen. Yes, indeed, Minion Me. B is the correct answer to that last one. Give yourself 2 points for that. Remember, we're not playing for €1,000,000. Not tonight. So don't be taking it too serious. My God, I'm afraid in case the answer is B. Where is Berlin? C. Thank God for that. 2 points for that answer. And that'll be the last time you'll ever see any of them maps with letters saying, where is that? Question number 10. Which of these legends is the oldest? Her and Doris. Who do you think is the oldest from Sir Alex Ferguson, Robert De Niro, or Arsene Wenger?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, says her and Doris. Boom! Is wrong. The correct answer is Sir Alex Ferguson. He just looks like he's pickled. Minion Jesse said he likes the map, so keep them coming. Fergie is the correct answer indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
That's questions is fun.
Alrighty. Question number 1. What is the registration number of Star Trek's USS Enterprise NCC-1701 is the answer that we were looking for. Does that ring a bell, her indoors?
Yeah.
Don't lie. Number 2. Name the 2 countries in the world beginning with S that you have a sword or a saber on their national flag. The correct answer is Saudi Arabia and Sri Lanka. Thank God I don't often ask Star Trek questions. Minion Me's on one big time. Okay, number 3. This is a brain teaser, ladies and gentlemen. 3 answers up for grabs, 5 points per answer. What can you make that no one, not even you, can see? Noise, a fart, or a burp? Well, I did say her indoors was good at a few of them. Noise, a fart, or a burp? 5 points for each correct answer that you have a guess at. What about a promise? Well, Rebree, a promise is a great answer, but not one of the 3 that I was looking for. Gordy, time. What can you make no one, and not even you, can see time? Gordy, is Gordy a time lord and he's just not telling anybody? So, if you have noise, fart, or burp, give yourself 5 points for any of them three. Any other ones, you can also give yourself some points because, hey, I can't see your score sheets. Moving swiftly along to number 4. What Y comes from the Hindu word meaning union? The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, yoga. Jody, thank you very much. Did your dad, the special agent, inform you that you could see a fart with the thermal vision night glasses? Bath farts are visible, if only briefly. Oh, Liz. What time's it? 12 minutes past 9. Behave yourself, Liz. We're in a curfew. Jody saying Michael wrote that. I don't believe it. Michael's too polite to write that. Who is the current manager of FC Barcelona? It is Ronald Koeman. Vibrations can be seen with the correct machines. I'm not sure about that. Number 6, on what group of islands was Captain James Cook killed in 1779? It was Hawaii, the Sandwich Islands they were known as. Give yourself a point for that one. Number 7, what was the name of the rover that was landed on Mars on the 18th of February 2021? Perseverance rover is the correct answer. Gordy wants to know, has anyone ever flared off farts? What he means is you get in a yoga position, you get a lighter, and you fart into the flame of a lighter.
You've done that.
I've done that a few times. It used to be one of my party tricks when I'd come home from the bar after a few drinks and show the kids, hey, I learned a new trick today. Didn't always go well because I'm a little bit of a hurry sort of geezer, you know. Moving swiftly along to number 8. What kind of recreational activity is doggy paddling? Of course, it's swimming. It's got nothing to do with car parks in Dublin or Poole. I'm glad that a group of 40 adults are still talking about farts. What can I tell you? Arson is legal. Oh my God. Number 9. 2 points up for grabs. These Disney cartoon characters. Lilo and Stitch is the correct answer. Give yourself a point if you guessed either one correct. Did you say not a pretty shite or not a pretty sight?
Sight.
Oh, okay. Moving on swiftly to number 10. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known phrase. Well, what do you see? You see the word blue, but the letter E has moved slightly. Blue movie. There you go, folks. 5 points if you guess that correct. Minion Jesse, 2 for both. Yes, 1 point for Lilo and 1 point for Stitch. You had this dingbat, the answer, not the dingbat before. Did you get it right this time? Moving swiftly along. Folks, it's come to that part of the week where we ask you to send any photographs of you and your team or your family members playing the quiz show. I'd like you to share any news with us, and you can do this quite easily by just mailing directly to irishquestionmark@gmail.com, just like Dizzy Jude did. And look at Dizzy Jude, just getting a little bit stressed out the last time she played with us. My suggestion is just keep it simple, Jude. Call Clever Liam to join you in your team from now on with Ronnie and Hannah. Folks, I have to shoot back to last week and thank you all for your kind birthday wishes. Yes, indeed, the cake that her and Doris carried in and took credit for, I'd like to thank the grandkids for coming across and visiting and bringing the cake along. Her indoors outdone herself, ladies and gentlemen. When she wasn't looking, I took a little picture of the breakfast that she cooked for me. What can I tell you? I don't often get food handed to me in our household because I do most of the cooking. And it was great. She didn't even burn my homemade Irish soda breads. Well done, her indoors. Next time, cook the sausages a little bit more. A card arrived from Ireland a week before my birthday. You can imagine the excitement that I got getting some mail that wasn't in a blue tax envelope. When I opened it up, just after I ate my breakfast, how surprised was I? It was indeed a surprise. A Christmas card from my younger brother, and he called me wonderful. Danny, the father-in-law, has a certain type of charm, ladies and gentlemen. If you read the card, you know you're getting older when everything hurts and what doesn't hurt doesn't work. You feel like the morning after, the night before. Your knees buckle and your belt won't. You can only burn the midnight oil until 9 o'clock. The twinkle in your eyes is hitting your bifocals. Your back goes out more often than you. And another thing to know when you're getting older, you get cards like this on your birthday. Well, what can I tell you? He is my favourite father-in-law. Thank you very much to Jan the Man for surprising myself and shock horror. Her indoors. Jan the Man now knows what her indoors looks like. She was sitting out the front of the house with me and she nearly shot herself when this guy stopped and said hello. She recognised his voice, but she didn't recognise his face. It was great to have a chat, and I loved your birthday cards. Now, folks, I don't often get 2 birthday cards from the one person, but what can I tell you, folks? A new part of our quizzes from now and for the rest of our online shows. I've got an official yellow card, and if Gordy misbehaves, I've even got a red one, folks. Thank you very much indeed to both Jan the Man and Mrs. Jan too. It was very thoughtful. And a special thanks to Junior for cooking us a wonderful evening meal. Beautiful rare steak with chili-infused mushed peas. Homemade triple fried chips. I mean, what can I tell you? He learnt from the best, and it wasn't his mum. Folks, thank you very much indeed. I hope you are enjoying the show so far. Our 50th quarantine quiz show, Air Fryer, is waiting for a new home. Folks, what can I tell you? 2 weeks' time, we will be doing the raffle for our Healthy Living Air Fryer. Still waiting on Ardo to get the recipe book. I think I'm going to have to give him a little phone call and a warning shot across the bow. But absolutely gorgeous, man. Also, the Fiddler are still doing their beer promotion between 11 and 6, Tuesday to Friday. If you drop in, you can pick up some of the special beers. They're just selling them off a cost price for anyone, any of the customers that we basically can't get into the Fiddler at the moment because of the COVID situation. And if you mention Irish question mark when you pick it up, like Jan the Man and Mrs. Jan did last week, you get a free collector's Duvel beer glass. Look absolutely lovely. From some designer called M. Schiffmanger, whoever she is. Okay, folks, that is half time. Baroness of Burnham, well, they weren't mushy peas. What you call mushy peas, you get from the chip shop or a tin can. Junior actually created like a chili-infused peas. Absolutely gorgeous. Is there no end to Junior's talent? No, Gordy. Honestly, he's a chip of the old man's block. What can I tell you? Her indoors saying he gets it all from his mother. What does he get from his... No, don't answer that. Maybe we should get Junior to do a music round. Now that would be fun. Morrison Schrittmacher, Jody saying, the daughter of a famous tattoo guy. There you go. Junior. Ring Breeze saying, she also has her steak rare. Alrighty, folks, we are going to take a very short break. It's half time. Thank you very much indeed. We have a raffle tonight is for, I think it's the last one. Quite possibly, I need to double check. The last Irish question mark mug. Minya me, I don't think the neighbours could handle a duet between her indoors and Junior. No, I'm sorry. Lots of familiar faces here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging around and supporting our little get-together every Friday night from my lounge to yours with her indoors, keeping it all running so smoothly. She's like literally like a piece of rough sandpaper. Okay. Not like they can come around to complain. Minion Jesse, my neighbours have zero issues about going out during the COVID and coming down and banging the door and ringing the doorbells. Oh no, that's just Liz. All right, folks, follow us in the chat. Type George if you want to be included into tonight's raffle. We're going to take a very short break. And we'll be back with you very shortly. I think Ardo's working tonight, folks, so it's really going to be up to you to get together and get a couple of jokes ready for the halftime entertainment. We'll be back with you very shortly. Thank you very much indeed. Alrighty, folks, back for the second half. I'm missing out on the jokes there. What are we seeing? What do you throw around in bass player? Its instrument is one of the three most difficult in a second. Alrighty, I hope everybody is enjoying tonight's show. I had another little look at the. I was nearly going to say a deep fat fryer, the air fryer, absolutely great. I'm really going to have problems letting this go, but a promise is a promise. So what can I tell you? Okay, folks. So let's get started into our second half of the show. I'm presuming that the drummers and bass players got a little bit of a bashing there at half time. The virtual tip jar is open, folks. Thank you very much. We received a couple of donations, kind donations at halftime. Thank you very much indeed. I'll just throw the links back into the chat again. If you've already sent a few euros, dollars, or pounds, thank you very much indeed. Folks, if you would like Irish Question Mark and myself to come and do a private show for you, for your friends, for your family, for your business, for your people that you're missing in communication, just really, really simple. Just send me an email. Holy Moses, talking about air frying. Welcome, Arto. What did Charles Dickens keep in his spice rack? I don't know, Ardo, our FNC, our Finnish comedian. What did Charles Dickens keep in his spice rack? The best of times, the worst of times. Fantastic to have you on board tonight, Ardo. I've missed you. It seems to be that once I mentioned the recipe book that you're currently working on, you suddenly appeared. Have you got another joke for us, Ardo? Our official Friday night F&C Finnish comedian. Any more one-liners? Great to have you on board, Ardo. I missed your humour throughout the show. You were working late. Well, better late than never, my friend. Better late than ever. Her indoors has just gave me a coffee because I made a jibe in the kitchen about how cold the last coffee was. I think she's put it in the microwave for about 2.5 minutes. She's nearly burnt my freaking vocal cords. Okay, folks, so round 4, let's get started. Unless, Ardo, our FNC, have you got another little yarn for us? I was in the park the other day thinking to myself, why does a frisbee appear larger as it gets closer? And then it hit me. You know, Ardo, I think your humour is lost. I think you should work for that company that makes the Christmas crackers. Moving swiftly along. Nairobi is the capital city of which African country? Nairobi is the capital city of which African country? Pretty ironic that Gordy suggested we should do an African capital cities round. By the way, Rebreathe, thank you very much for sending me the picture of you and Mum. Email it to me and I'll whack it into the next week's show because I can't send myself messenger photos and I can't work out, and her indoors, total waste of time asking her to get it emailed to me because she just goes, you push a button. Moving swiftly along to number 2. Put this in especially, her indoors isn't here at the moment, put this in especially so there's a possibility she might sing this when we're giving the answers out. Number 2, according to the opening lyrics of Bon Jovi's 1986 UK hit Living on a Prayer, where did Tommy used to work? Where did Tommy used to work? Yes, Electric Sheep Minion, I'm glad you noticed George sent a little video. He's back catching up with some of his family. Number 3, in photography, what do the letters SLR stand for? In photography, what do the letters SLR stand for? Where is the email? The email is irish?@gmail.com. I'll point it out the next time it comes up on the screen. Number 4, according to the pop artist Andy Warhol, in the future, everyone will be world famous for how many minutes? According to the pop artist Andy Warhol, everyone will be famous for how many minutes? Just need to keep the power in there here indoors. It's a bit like myself, it's running a bit low on juice here. Moving on to number 5. Number 5 is, of course, Jan the Man! Which team has won the most FA Cups? Is it Arsenal, Manchester United, or Chelsea? Which team has won the most FA Cups? Arsenal, Man U, or Chelsea? Minion me saying, is it an average of minutes? Well, it's a saying that Andy Warhol said before he died, obviously. Electric Sheep Minion, I think you just missed the trick using Living on the Prayer as the first question after half time. I mean, we're halfway there, huh? God help me. Pat the Beard, thank you for your kind donation, Pat the Beard. Alrighty, number 6, the smallest breed of dog is? What is it, her indoors? Douchey, what is it? A Chihuahua. The smallest breed of dog is a Chihuahua. Correctly spell Chihuahua, not the way that I've spelt it, the way it sounds. The smallest breed of dog is a Chihuahua. Correctly spell Chihuahua. Coffee's nice and hot. Like drinking acid. Rachel, thank you very much for your kind donation. Thank you very much indeed. Trumpet sound. Wah, wah, wah. Number 7. Gentoo, Little Blue, and Fairy are all types of which creature? I was thinking about a certain person when I put this question in. When you see the answer, you might just well know who it was. Gentoo, Little Blue, and Fairy are all types of which creature? Number 8. Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies are trademarks of what major movie studio? Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies are trademarks of what major movie studio? Thank you very much, Jesse and Micah, for your kind donation. Thank you. In our virtual tip jar. Number 9. What S can be a collective noun for a group of bears or another word for a detective? What S can be a collective noun for a group of bears or another word for a detective? Number 10. Alrighty, folks, it is Dingbat time. Say what you see. Dingbat. Dingbat time. Okay, folks, 5 points up for grabs for tonight's Dingbats, tonight's anagrams, and any brain teasers. 4-word term or phrase. Solve this dingbat. Question number 1, round number 5. How many minutes are there in 1 week? This was just an excuse for me to put this video on because I love to say, I can count 1, ha, 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 ha. 2, ha, 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 ha. How many minutes are there in 1 week? Question number 2. What well-known building is this? What well-known building is this? Mr. G. Butt, thank you very much for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar. Cheers. You know who that is, don't you? That's Ipswich Gary, that we used to think was in Dublin, who's actually called Pete, who used to be in the Sherlocks. It's a long story. Question number 3. It's a dingbat question. Alrighty, folks, this is a lot easier than it looks. 11-word term or phrase. Start counting, Liz the Legend. Alrighty, when you see the answer, it's so obvious it's embarrassing. Hurry indoors, have a little look at this dingbat and tell me what you think. 11-word term or phrase. Pass me my phone so I can possibly put the music back on that you technically just removed.
No, I didn't. It's the break in the music.
Actually, you're right, her indoors. I stand corrected. So, folks, have a look here. You can see some letters. In these letters are a couple of words. When you see the couple of words in the top letter and you see the words in the bottom letters, the answer's right in front of you. I think Lucky Luke or Luke the loser, he's left us, her indoors. He's left us, I think. He's obviously cracked open a beer and that's it. Student life has resumed. Number 4. What comes next in the following sequence? Blue, black, red, yellow, what? Blue, black, red, yellow, what? Question number 5. This is one for you to guess. Karl Lagerfeld was born in which European country? Was it Holland, Germany, or Sweden? Karl Lagerfeld was born in which European country? Holland, Germany, or Sweden? Question number 6. The River Severn is the longest river in the UK. Which is the second longest?
You stand corrected, isn't it?
I stand corrected, Minion Me. I meant the Netherlands. But basically, Holland is part of the Netherlands. So that also could be a choice. Anyway, we're not getting into it right now. Thank you very much, Gordy, for the little deflection. So the River Severn is 220 miles long, and it is the longest river in the UK. What is the second longest? You don't have to guess the number of miles, Minion Jesse. I only put that in so I can give you the length of the correct answer, which I nearly gave you there. Dizzy Jude just woke up and wrote the first thing came into her mind, River Styx. You ain't going to get a point for that one. Number 7. Okay, folks, what does Nestle Dorma translate to in English? Is it everyone sleep, rise from your sleep, or let no one sleep? What does Nestle Dorma translate to in English? Is it everyone sleep, rise from your sleep, or let no one sleep?
Geography.
Number 8. How many units of alcohol are there in 1 pint of strong lager? How many units of alcohol are in 1 pint of strong lager? Is it 3, 6, or 8 units of alcohol in 1 pint of strong lager? Rebreathe, thank you very much for that little fantastic, absolutely wonderful, useless fact. I greatly appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Moving swiftly along to number 9. What can you hold without touching it at all? Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, keep your thoughts clean. It is a family show. What can you hold without touching it at all? Number 10. Owner of a genital apeshit is an anagram of what 5-word world-famous tourist attraction? Owner of a genital apeshit is an anagram of what 5-word famous tourist attraction? Did I mention it? Happy birthday, Frank.
You mean you see timed out? It wasn't me.
Minion Me automatically has been timed out. I wonder why. So, owner of a genital apeshit is an anagram of what 5-word world-famous tourist attraction? I would write that down, ladies and gentlemen. Mix the letters up, and when you see the answer, it's so obvious it's embarrassing. Round 6. Question number 1. Which band had a 2000 hit album called Parachutes? Which band had a 2000 hit album called Parachutes? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, any of our younger viewers that are wondering what this black thing is going round and round, that is called an LP or a vinyl. That is things that we used to play on our record player. What's a record player? Well, it's a rather big CD machine. What's a CD? Oh, that's a little like a silver, smaller version of the 45 from the vinyl section. And that used to be played in a CD player. What's a CD player? I don't know. Just pay the money, listen to Spotify, and turn it on. Yes, indeed, folks. You don't know what you're missing. That crackling, scratchy sound. Your favourite album. You knocked over a glass of wine. You ruined the album. You tried to wash it with fairy liquid, and it keeps sticking at the same spot again and again and again. You never have these pleasures like we did when you listened to Spotify. Rebri, I remember burning CDs for car trips. So do I. In fact, I remember taping cassette tapes. Don't get me started. Moving on to number 2. Does the Great Barrier Reef, that's the one in Australia, lie off the northeastern or the northwestern coast of Australia? Does the Great Barrier Reef lie off the northeastern or the northwestern coast of Australia? Minya me, I'm about to install a record player in my car. Nothing beats vinyl. If you're not sure what a record player is, this was one of the best Secret Santa presents that her indoors ever got. We have the pleasure of listening to her quality music again. Don't drop it, her indoors. Number 3. What worldwide chain has this as its logo? Absolutely, Gordy. Tipping off the radio and then the DJ talks halfway through, or you're tipping the top 10 and just at the end of the song you hear the next number and it ruins it. Baroness of Bob, being royalty. She says, what about a jukebox? Because we know that they have a couple of jukeboxes in their house. Unfortunately, they moved from Meriden, because the next time we were driving through to visit your in-laws, we were going to stop in Meriden and possibly steal one of the jukeboxes from Silverdale, the name of their old house. Not that I'm taking notes. But did I tell you, her indoors? Meriden is the centre of England. Woo! Absolutely amazing fact. And not only, there's a pole in the middle of the village green. But before you ask, there's no seat on top of the pole. But the next time that I go through the centre of England to visit the in-laws, I'm going to stop, I'm going to stand next to that pole, and I'm going to smile for a photo. What do you think of that, her indoors?
Woo woo!
Alrighty.
Can't wait.
Porgy Pie 7. What is that her indoors thing? Porgy Pie 7. Porgy Pie, pudding and pie. Welcome. Her indoors is the better half. She that needs to be obeyed. The other side of the screen. I'm sure some of the regulars in the chat room will let you know, Porgy Pie 7, who her indoors is. By the way, this is a brain teaser question. Who is bigger? Mr. Bigger, Mrs. Bigger, or their baby? Who is bigger? Mr. Bigger, Mrs. Bigger, or their baby? Rebri, I don't understand the question. Who is bigger? Is it Mr. Bigger? Is it Mr. Bigger, Mrs. Bigger, or their baby? Guess what? That's why it's called a brain teaser. Do you think Mr. Bigger is the biggest, Mrs. Bigger is the biggest, or their baby is the biggest? Frank, it doesn't take much to puzzle you. You're on the jungle juice because it's Friday night and it's Frank's birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday, Frank. It's not rocket science. Her indoors, did you get that one right?
Yeah.
There you go. Even her indoors got it right. What can I tell you? Me, by the way, how are the beaches in Meriden? Pretty slim, saying it's the middle of England. Number 5, gently moving along to Jan the Man. Jan the Man. I just wasn't sure whether you were going to actually blow the whistle twice. Which Italian side has won the most Serie A titles? Which Italian side has won the most Serie A titles? Is it AC Milan, Inter Milan, or Juventus? Dizzy Judith, do not question it. Every single time I've done a pub quiz in the Fiddler in The Hague, it's been Frank's birthday. So when we went online, it had to be Frank's birthday every quiz show. It's a tradition thing, and you should know all about traditions. Number 6, moving swiftly along. Rutger Hauer plays Roy Batty in which 1982 classic movie? Rutger Hauer plays Roy Batty in which 1982 classic movie? Gordy, come to the beach in Aberdeen. You know, that reminds me of Billy Connolly telling a story about when he was a school kid, he used to go for a day trip to Aberdeen. And what he called the North Sea, he said, it's just a tourist name for the fucking Arctic Ocean. I love that line. Question number 7. In which century did the Suez Canal open? In which century did the Suez Canal open? Number 8. Which social media site has a ghost as its icon? Which social media site has a ghost as its icon? Number 9. What fruit is often eaten using a needle? What fruit is often eaten using a needle? And this reminds me of my mum. Used to sit and eat this fruit with a needle. No, Fruit of the Loom is a type of t-shirt. You're mixing it up from last week's show for the logo. You can make it all over, baby. And our last question, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, of tonight's quiz. It is a dingbat. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anybody that's feeling gender different, this is our dingbat. This is worth 5 points tonight, as is the anagrams, the brain teasers. So, the answer is right in front of you. Say what you see. 4-word term or phrase. Thought I went a little bit too easy on the dingbats tonight, but hey, you can let me know in the chat whether you thought they were too easy after you hear the answers. What's up for grabs tonight? Her indoors, it is indeed one of the Irish question mark mugs. Oh, wow. Can't drop it because we're down to a very limited amount. All the Irish question mark masks are gone. We are currently awaiting our next product for the raffle. Her indoors, absolute superstar, sorting it all out. Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Streamlabs has just let us know that the draw is up and going. Make sure you type George into the chat if you want to be included in tonight's draw. Grab 88's just in on time. Nice of you to join us. Typing and joining the draw. Wonderful. Folks, our virtual tip jar is open tonight. Thank you very much for anyone that has sent a donation. Greatly appreciated. I've just dropped the links back into the chat. Thank you very much indeed.
I found the Aberdeen Beach webcam.
Her indoors has just found the Aberdeen Beach webcam. Is it looking sunny still?
Nobody around.
Nobody around. It's probably a recording.
No, it updates every 15 seconds, so it goes.
It updates every 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't be telling Gordy that. He'll be running down naked up the freaking beach during next week's show. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you have not, shame on you. Simply go to YouTube, type in Irish question mark, and please subscribe. Do you have any ideas for next week's show? Contact me directly on a COVID sneeze, ladies and gentlemen. A COVID sneeze. Burnham's got one too. Burnham's got one what? A COVID sneeze? A very small pier? Or a dodgy webcam to catch people running naked up the beaches? Folks, if you're missing the Fiddlers, a collection of special beers, drop by. They are doing a special deal at the moment. Basically, when they went to reopen, they ordered in a load of new stock, and they haven't had a chance to open because the situation over here didn't improve. So Eric at the Fiddler is putting together a little beer package and selling them off at cost price. It would be nice to go down and give them a little bit of support. We're unsure when we will be back doing live shows, but 2 out of the 4 venues that I was doing regular shows at, I have been speaking to the owners, and they think it might not be until after the summer. That is the word that I'm hearing from the Bar Vintners Association. So remember that if you do go to the Fiddler and get a beer box, mention Irish question mark and you'll get one of these fantastic collection Duvel glasses. Apparently it's the daughter of a very famous tattoo artist. You know, I like to make it sound like I knew that, but thanks Jody for informing it, although it was probably Michael, the clever half. Folks, here is round 4, your questions and answers. Nairobi is the capital city of which African country? The correct answer for 1 point, while we watch George's holiday video, is Kenya. Number 2, according to the opening lyrics of Bon Jovi's 1986 UK hit song, are you ready, her indoors? Living on a Prayer. Look it up. Where did Tommy used to work? You're holding the whole show up here. It better be worth it, her indoors. Come on. We want them to, and we want you to sing it first of all, like the music round that you want to do next week, and then like the way it should be done. Okay? Living on a Prayer.
Pressure, then.
No pressure. This is live. Here we go.
So like it's not.
So we don't want you to do it. We want you to do it in the style of the music round that you want to do for everybody. Just stand there and away you go. Okay.
Get the microphone.
A bit closer. A bit closer. No. A bit closer. Here. Okay.
Oh, I'm living on a prayer.
Bit louder.
Oh, take my hand. We'll make it, I swear.
Bit louder. Is that the? Hold on. Is that the? Hold on. Is that the start of the song? The question's about the start of the song. Where the frig did Tommy used to work? Folks, if she could get an extension. On a docks is the correct answer. Now, how did the song supposed to go? Go. The start of the song, her indoors. She's honestly, stage fright, ladies and gentlemen, stage fright. Give yourself a point for On the Docks. In photography, what do the letters SLR stand for? They stand for single lens reflex. You know why she stopped singing, folks? Fred the alpaca is now following. Welcome, Fred. Type in George and you too can join the free draw tonight. She, in her wisdom and her modesty, she stopped to put her hands on her earphones and listen to how she sounded, folks. There is no shame in this woman. That's why I love her. Number 4, according to the pop artist Andy Warhol, in the future, everyone will be world famous for how many minutes? The correct answer is 15. Number 5, Jan the Man. Which team has won the most FA Cups? The correct answer for 1 point is Arsenal. Number 6, the smallest breed of dog is a Chihuahua. How is it spelt? Well, that's how it's spelt. C-H-I-H-U-A-H-U-A. C-H-I-H-U-A-H-U-A. Give yourself a point if you guessed that correct. Her indoors, why are you smiling? Why did you put a smile in the chat?
Because I'm happy. I've had my minute of stardom.
Hold on. Do I sense another song?
No.
Because you're happy?
Because I'm happy.
Number 7. Gentoo, Little Blue and Fairy are all types of which creature? Who was I thinking when I put this in? The answer is penguin. I was, of course, thinking of Ardo, our FNC, our Finnish comedian, the living legend. Why, thank you very much, Veronica, for your kind donation. Number 8, Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies are trademarks of what major movie studio? The correct answer is, of course, Warner Brothers. Give yourself a point for that one. Number 9. What S can be a collective noun for a group of bears? Another word for a detective. It's not Sherlock, it's sleuth. A sleuth of bears. Dizzy Jude, thank you very much for your kind donation. And number 10. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known 4-word term or phrase. Well, what do you see, folks? you see the word search and it's at the top. You see the word and it's at the bottom. So the word search is high up and is low down. The correct answer, search high and low. 5 points if you got that correct. Alrighty, moving swiftly along. Round 5. Potluck answers. Captain Beer, thank you for your kind donation. Number 1. How many minutes are there in 1 week? Give yourself 1 point if you had 10,080. Number 2. What well-known building is this? An iconic building indeed. It is the Empire State Building. Give yourself a point for that one. Well, now I know that Susie has taken over the keyboards because Gordy's just typed, I love Pingu. I love Pingu too. And so does Ardo. He put me onto him. Number 3, dingbat. What do you see in this dingbat? This is the 11-word one. So have a look at the letters on top. What do you see? You see the word hand with an owl, O-W-L, in the middle of the hand. At the bottom, you see the word bush. And you see the number 2. So the correct answer is a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Boom. Give yourself 5 points if you got that right. Van Tricht, family Van Tricht, thank you very much for your kind donation. Rebri has just stated that she used to speak Pingu when she started to talk, and the parents had to ban her because she'd only speak Pingu and not English. So Pingu got banned in her life. Is it the daughter or the mum that is talking about learning to speak Pingu as a child? That's the question that I want to know. Number 4, what comes next in the following sequence? Blue, black, red, yellow, green. It is the Olympic rings. Number 5, Karl Lagerfeld was born in which European country? Was it Holland stroke the Netherlands, Germany stroke Deutschland, or Sweden stroke Sweden? Sweden! The correct answer is Germany, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the Holland part of the question wasn't really that important. Moving swiftly along, number 6, the River Severn, which is, by the way, 220 miles long. Did you know that, Herondors?
I do now.
You do now. Well done. You learn something new every Friday night, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing involved in this relationship after 25 years and I've got you doing this on a Friday night? True love. It is the longest river in the UK. Herondors being English. Which is the second longest river in the UK, Herondors? Boom! It is indeed the River Thames, 215 miles. What do you think of that, Herondors? Pete in Dublin, grasping, crawling at the points. He's pretending that he's being honest and marking himself fairly. How many points are up for question number 3? It's 5 points for the dingbats, which I mentioned earlier, but quite possibly your friend Arthur Guinness could be kicking in. Number 7. What does Nessun Dorma translate to in English? It is one of the following. Everyone sleep, rise from your sleep, or let no one sleep. The correct answer? Let no man sleep. Give yourself a point if you guessed that correct. Number 8. How many units of alcohol are there in 1 pint of strong lager? Is it 3, 6, or 8?
Or not enough.
Or not enough. The correct answer is 3. Question number 9. What can you hold without touching it at all? Now, folks, the answers could be a little bit controversial. Please remember it is a family show. You get 5 points if you have the same answer as me. If you think your answer is suitable and should be correct, let's put it in the chat and see whether we, as a collective group, agree you should get the point. The answer I was looking for was a conversation or breath. 2 answers there, conversation or breath. What can you hold without touching it at all? A title, a meeting, an opinion, a fart, a grudge. Give yourself a point, folks, if it fitted in. Breath or conversation get you 5 points because great minds think alike and you were thinking the same as me. Brain teaser indeed. 5 points if you got a conversation or a breath. Well, holy Moses, look who is doing the anagram dance. It is Happy Birthday, Frank's better half. Owner of a genital ape shit is an anagram of which 5-word world famous tourist attraction. It is where my grandmother was from, by the Leaning Tower of Pisa. What can you hold without touching it at all? An SPL title. Gordy, you should be on stage, you bollocks. Oh, sorry. It's okay. When it goes out live, they'll bleep it. Alrighty, moving on to round 6. And who was I thinking about when I put this video in? General knowledge round. Liz the Legend and her Bernie Sanders request. Which band had a 2000 hit album called Parachutes? 1 point for Coldplay. Number 2, does the Great Barrier Reef lie off the Northeastern or the Northwestern coast of Australia? The correct answer is the Northeastern coast. Number 3, what worldwide chain has this as its logo? It is Dunkin' Donuts, folks. Give yourself a point if you guessed that correct. Number 4, this is quite possibly a little bit controversial, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but it is a brain teaser. 5 points if you guessed the correct answer to this one. Who is bigger? Mr. Bigger, Mrs. Bigger, or their baby? The correct answer is the baby. Do you know why, Heron Doors? Because he's a little bigger. Alrighty, folks, 5 points if you guessed the baby, since he's a little bigger. Number 5, which Italian side has won the most Serie A titles? Is it AC Milan, Inter Milan, or Juventus? The correct answer is Juventus. Bigger's belief, Gordy. Number 6, Rutger Hauer plays Roy Batty in which 1982 classic movie? The answer is Blade Runner for 1 point. Number 7, in which century did the Suez Canal open? The correct answer is the 19th century, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Number 8. What social media site has a ghost as its icon? It is Snapchat. Oh, Rebree, I'm sorry. Number 9. What fruit is often used using a needle? It is the pomegranate, ladies and gentlemen, and it reminds me so much of my mum sitting watching a movie in the afternoon with a little pin eating the seeds of a pomegranate. Wow, what a flashback. And number 10, our last one, folks. Well, what do you see? You see a load of letters, but if you read it backwards, what does it say? It says in a minute. So put back in front, and the answer we were looking for 5 points is back in a minute. Alrighty. So that is the end of another show. Why, folks, what can I tell you? Mother Brer is requesting a round on Outlander, please. I am requesting no, please. Outlander.
I love Outlander.
Her indoors loves Outlander, but you know what happened when I only asked her to do 4 questions in this round, in this quiz? Yeah, it was the map questions, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I think we'll have to have a think about the Outlander. I haven't watched Outlander. It would be pretty hard to do the questions without watching the whole series, wouldn't it? Or is it a movie?
No, it's a series.
It was a series.
I could do that.
The early 80s Sean Connery movie. Or is that the early 80s Sean Connery movies? Anyway, folks, never mind putting it in the chat. If you want to get anything put in, email me and let me know. Folks, time to put in your scores. Thank you very much for your kind donations. If you enjoyed the show, drop a little donation to the virtual tip jar. It is still open. Gordy and Susie got 89. I'm surprised they went so quickly in without first hearing Liz the Legend score.
Liz Legend, 104.
Liz, 104. Congratulations. The Brer family, boom shakala, 105. Pete in Dublin, going solo, Pete, 97. Congratulations. Oh, no, you're not going solo. You're going across the pond with your friend in San Francisco, I do believe. 81 for the Baroness of Burnham team. You got to listen to Michael more often. Naughty Norma. Is Fred helping you tonight? 86 points. Congratulations. Dizzy Jude. From now on, write down the answers that Ronnie and Hannah give you. Don't be just writing down what you think is the correct answer. Radiant Raluca. Typing in George with a load of exclamation marks. Try it without the exclamation marks. There you go. You are now entered into the draw. Wonderful.
Oh, Reef has been reframed.
Rebree has got a slap on the wrist for saying that my mum used to watch Outlander. However, I am of the opinion it is basically soft porn. I might just check it out and see whether we can do a round. Alrighty, folks, it is the last chance to enter tonight's draw. So I'm going to pause a little bit. Enter tonight's draw. Minya Me saying, and has got timed out, isn't the new Netflix series more porn? Which new Netflix series? Arto, just in on time. Arto, type in George. Well done, Arto. Alrighty, folks. So let's close the draw, and we'll see who is going to be tonight's winners.
Nobody's annoyed me this week, so.
What do you mean nobody's annoyed you this week? Haven't I annoyed you this week?
No, not as much as you.
Jeez, I need to sort this out, I can tell you. Okay, we have closed the entries for tonight's draw. I wish you all the very best indeed. Remember, you have to still be here to win the prize. I'd like to thank Radiant Raluca for your kind donation, and VJ Avery also for your very kind donation. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's pick a winner. Her indoors, a little bit of a drum roll, please. Bit more passion. Bit more passion. Boom! The winner is your friend and mine. One of our last Irish question mark mugs goes to Ardo, our Finnish comedian, our FNC. Ardo, are you still with us, brother? Tell me you are, because you just typed George in on time. Whoa! Yes, indeed, Ardo, you are tonight's winner. Lucky last into the draw. Fantastic. Okay, Ardo, I think you should pop round here for a cup of coffee and bring that nearly finished recipe book with you and grab a coffee with me in the garden. Why don't we arrange that in the next couple of days? It would be lovely to catch up with you and lovely to see you as well, my friend. So do that. It saves me posting it and the handle getting smashed, basically. It's easier if I give it to you and you break it on the way home yourself. I don't feel half as guilty. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? It has been an absolute honor and a pleasure to share some smiles with you all again this week. Spread the news, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much, Her Indoors, for putting up with me for another couple of hours on a Friday night. Not much energy left there, I can tell you. Thank you very much for joining us. And if you'd like some of your photos in next week's show, really easy. Just simply send them to irishquestionmark@gmail.com. irishquestionmark@gmail.com. As tradition keeps it going, we can only finish in one way, and that is to say to our birthday boy, hey, whatever you do, stay the frank at home.
The whole world's caught a virus. You're not in this alone, but you can help to cure it. Just stay the fuck at home.
We're all stuck here in quarantine. It's like the Twilight Zone. To save the world, you only have to stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Just stay the fuck at home.
If you're locked down with your hubby or going in alone, sisters need to teach their men, stay the fuck at home.
Whether you've got 12 kids or you're living on your own, shut it down and isolate. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Watch Netflix in your underwear.
Just stay the fuck at home.
But I need the gym and I need the beach. We hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home.
But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. I think of you selfish prick. Just stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and do fuck all.
Just stay the fuck at home.
If you think you're not at risk, you're living in a dome. Spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home.
To the doctors and the truckies, those who put food on our plate, you keep the whole place running so we can isolate.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
You can be a hero too.
Stay the fuck at home.
The only way to slow it down is isolate, not roam. Help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and drink VV. Get shit-faced on your own. We don't care what you're doing there, just stay the fuck at home.
If you need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype or phone. Yeah, we've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home.
From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's people dying every day. Please stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home.
Alrighty, folks, thank you very much indeed. Have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. And Ardo, give me a call tomorrow so you can pop around and pick up the cup. That would be great, man. Thank you very much for all your support, and we'll see you next Friday. Take care. Bye.